What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new song out recently called Tides, so check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's talk about SPS staking, because one of the things that was talked about in the recent down hall was the SPS staking rewards. Now, obviously, there was a proposal that came and I believe did not pass. You know what? Let me actually double check that now so that I'm not doing that or I'm not saying anything incorrect. Let's see. Failed. Oh, you know what? I guess it didn't even make it into the, yeah, so it probably failed the draft proposals. So here's the thing. There was a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk on the down hall about what we can do for the staking rewards. Now, obviously, the down hall was about all the different reward pools and how we can keep them going on indefinitely or forever. But there was a lot of time spent on, the staking rewards thing, because people are just wondering, and I brought this up in the past, right? Do we need staking rewards? Do we want that there? Azarcon was saying we should have it, especially for a lot of the smaller SPS holders out there. It's something that people like to have, whatever it is, like 5 to 10%, return. And they were even talking to the team, and Dave and Matt were saying, yeah, sure, we can do certain things, right, within the limits of the team's capacity and availability. There's certain things that we can do to help, make it more enticing for people to stake, right, whether it's rewards, whether it's in game. Dave mentioned that there's going to be something related to the or like benefits related to the upcoming new reward card set. There's obviously some skins and stuff that Dave also mentioned, but we kind of knew that was happening. The thing is, there's a very simple way, in my opinion, to add value to staking, and that is increasing the value of vouchers. And what that does is not just help the value of staking, but also for the validator node licenses, right? Something that I think is important for the entire ecosystem. So this is a win-win on two different sides. And so when you think about it, it's just like, okay, staking gives you, yes, more, it gives you SPS, but it also gives you vouchers. Now, again, how much you receive in vouchers, it all depends. But if you increase the value of vouchers, right, and not worry so much about how much SPS you're getting, because the SPS that you're getting is going to be kind of proportional. Like, you buy SPS to stake it, and then you get SPS in kind. But if you increase the value of vouchers, right, I'm not talking about the amount of vouchers, but increase the actual value of vouchers, that sends the APR significantly higher. And then people feel like they're getting way more value, because if they buy $100 worth of SPS, it doesn't matter what the price of SPS is. They're still going to get the same ROI, right, APR on the SPS that they get back, right? But vouchers and the voucher value is completely independent. So instead of spending all this time, and I don't mean to dismiss like the ideas there, it's just I want to make this as brutally simple as possible. But it's like, without spending a ton of time and thinking like, okay, can we like do more cards and do more skins? And I'm not saying we shouldn't. We absolutely should, and all that stuff would be really cool. What are the ways in which we can get the value of vouchers up? And I know this is like an age-old question that we've been struggling with for however many years. Although I have to say that in the past year that we've started this little experiment of the voucher promo card, things have gotten significantly better. Now, significant, I guess, is a relative term. Vouchers hit 2 point something cents. They're down to like 1.5 cents now. But, when Matt came in, he was all like, let's make vouchers scarce again. And again, I think that there's still that sentiment of like, how can we make vouchers scarce? Now, obviously, every time we get a new card, every 3 months, that thing is going to be priced kind of based on where the voucher value is at. The team has also tried to implement, voucher utility with other areas such as the fortune draws and the what's that called, auction marks, right? So they're trying. I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm just saying that instead of like trying to do a bunch of other things that give value to staking, which again, I'm not saying we shouldn't do it, just simply increasing the value of vouchers, making them truly, truly scarce, would also accomplish the same goal of people feeling like they're getting more value for staking SPS, especially people that are in it just for the ROI. So, obviously, I love vouchers. I love selling my vouchers. I've been very clear about that. So there's my biases. I'll wear them on my sleeve, right? But to me, at the end of the day, it's like, you could go down the path of like doing a bunch of development work to, integrate this and integrate that. But I still think that there are other ways in which we could tweak certain things when it comes to vouchers for just making them like way more valuable. Now, again, I think the team is doing a fantastic job in terms of like integrating them with the other things as I mentioned earlier, right? Like the auction marks and fortune draws. And obviously we have cards that come out every quarter, and it really is dependent on how good that card is. Like we saw voucher deflation, right, when Keelan Gaines came out, but we've gone once again to voucher inflation with the most recent one, right, to Soshi. So it kind of just depends on how important this card is to the meta, which again I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but we still have way too many vouchers out there in the ecosystem. And so I don't know if it would be like a simple just like burn event, if like maybe there's like a one-off voucher promo card, limited time, or maybe they do. I know we're doing like the auction thing already, but if there was like an event, and the only thing that I could think of honestly would have been like the Bitcoin halving, which we're obviously several years away from. But even if it's just like a holiday card, right? So with the holidays coming up, remember how they did like Artemis the Bear? If they were to do some kind of I don't know, snowman card in the winter, right? And that's not one of the quarterly cards. Like it's just available in the voucher shop for like a month, like maybe just the month of December, and maybe it's like a premium card that is again, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna capture the time period that we're in. People will want it. And when I say premium, not necessarily like it's going to be, completely a game changer, but it's going to be something that people want, right? This is the area in which I think they could do a lot of really cool, fun, small things. Where you look at games like the best example I'll always give is like Fortnite, right? Where it's like for a limited time, these cards will be available, and maybe they're not meta changing, meta defining, cards, but they're going to show that you were here in, the December of 2025, right? That you were able to get these cards because they were available during that time. And so, again, I'm just kind of throwing out ideas there. Obviously, you can add skins on top of this. So maybe instead of doing like the snowman card, you do a skin for like a certain card, right? Maybe the next card that comes out, it gets a little, if you want, you could get like a Santa hat for him, or a winter coat, or something like that, right? Where it's only available for a short period of time, and the people that want to engage with it can. Now, I still think that cards are going to be the best way, right? Playable cards are going to be the best way in the long run, but then again, we're that just adds to the card inflation, which I actually don't think is that bad of a thing, because cards will always be inflated forever, right? That's how the team makes money. That's how the DAO makes money now. So if you think about it, like there will always be the selling of new cards, and hopefully we're going to get a card burning mechanism implemented soon with the whole Cinder thing for land, but that's a different topic. So again, I'm just throwing out some ideas here and saying that if we were to just focus on vouchers specifically, right, and raising the value of vouchers through scarcity, through more voucher specific things, that would be more than enough, in my opinion, to give SPS staking its due, right? Get people to go in and stake. If they want to do things where they implement and they connect it to other stuff, that's cool too. I just don't think it would be the best use of the team's time unless they're already working on something like that. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.